we help you, the small business owner, get tips from other professionals, from experts on how to build a business more effectively. Every day I help sell insurance to business owners, but I also love to give them advice on how to make their businesses more successful. Previously on the journey of an entrepreneur,
we came across cryotherapy for muscle recovery, for athletes, but overall for feeling better. Yes, additional services like the halotherapy, flotation.
well, if you're asking why I'm always happy, it's cryo. I come 3 times a week. So you said that you started a business first with your husband and you build it so that now it runs on its own. I often talk about this as an important goal for all business owners, to get the business to run on its own, because that's a true business.
They come and they say, Silvia, we have a suggestion, like maybe this process is not really working for us because it's complicated. Maybe we can do it this way and it's more simple for us. So we did that. I listened, they listened to me, and we kind of tweaked the way. Absolutely. Absolutely.
I read a lot of books, and in many of the books they talk about when you're collaborating with your staff, not only in hiring other people, but also building systems in place. And you're the first person I'm interviewing that actually has executed that. We didn't even chat about this, so this is wonderful. Sometimes you write an idea on paper, and then when you're gonna execute, it doesn't happen. It sounds like some of those ideas look good on paper, but they told you, hey, it doesn't work.
Exactly, and you know how many times we do that, and we think, oh, this is the best, and I have it, and I'm a little bit stubborn, so I thought, here I'm coming, and I have everything figured out, and this is how everybody is gonna do it. And then you look, and they're like struggling with that, and they say, maybe this is gonna be better. And at first, I'm like, I have this, and then I'm like, maybe I do not have that figured out. Maybe you guys are into something, because you're dealing with that on a daily basis,
right? And
I'm just sitting in the back, so maybe it is time to change. Maybe it is a good idea. So maybe I'm resistant at the beginning, but at the end, I realize I need a little time to process.
Right.
But then at the end, I do realize, and if it's for our
And that's good. A good leader. A leader can listen and assess and then make a decision. Never any decisions are made immediately. I mean, yes, we are, as business owner, entrepreneurs, these are our babies. We want it, I want it my way, only my way. And then you realize, well, it's not working, my friend. So let's be open to a different process. So the fundamentals of opening a business and starting a business from scratch, which you've done twice, and made it independent, which was the goal. Now, where do you go from here? What are you going to do? Expand? Are you going to franchise eventually? Or because I love this model.
So hopefully, I wanted to make sure this is only 5th month. We do see beautiful, steady, slow growth. But I want us to be at the place where I want it to be, where my goal is. Okay. And when we've reached that goal, then I'm going to start talking about, second location and maybe even a franchise. But baby steps.
Baby steps.
Baby steps.
So now that you have all these products, tell me, how hard was it to not only find a location or get permits to build this? Was it challenging at all? Some businesses go through a lot of challenges. Do you have it in that process? Was it difficult?
I don't think there is any business that doesn't go through challenges. Like I imagine, ice cream place, any business has challenges.
That's true.
And yes, there was a lot of challenges. With bringing in 5 different therapies. Not only you need to learn about the therapy, you need to learn about the equipment. You need to make sure that you find all the contraindications that can hurt people. You don't want to hurt people, you want to help people. Making sure from the legal standpoint, making sure from the insurance standpoint, you have everything covered from the first day you start the construction. Finding a location, especially here in Princeton, everything is very expensive. You need to consider the parking. For me, very lucrative space was downtown Princeton. And after looking into it and talking to other business owners, there is no space for parking.
No parking.
And
That's where I'm at.
So I know a lot of hair salons move, because when you're coming to the spa, you really want to relax. And we are the spa that you can spend 3 minutes here or 5 hours.
Right.
I don't want to come to the spa and look at my watch and think, oh, my parking is about to expire.
Good point.
So that was the biggest, decision changer for me, the parking.
Right.
So I was lucky enough that I found this location. I also didn't want to take on large square footage with huge rent a month. So I worked with the local architect, Marina Rubina, and when this space became available, she's really great. And in 2 days, she drove it. She knew exactly what we need, and she says, we will fit in. So we took the space and we work around the little square footage that we have, but it's perfect. It came out to be really, really good. So, permits, yes, we have a huge nitrogen tank. So that took a lot of, heads together.
Right.
My architect, my guy who sells the machine, the nitrogen company, they have the township, also the landlord. Everybody needed to see what it is, what it takes to approve. So of course it was a lot of challenges.
Yeah.
We wanted to have flotation that it's different. It's not the closed path, because when I was starting this business and I did my research, apparently 45+% of the population is claustrophobic.
Wow.
So for that reason, it was very important to me to have an open concept. It was difficult for me to find a company who actually does the float with the open concept room. Eventually I found it, and they were so helpful and walking me through the process. But everything has a special thing. Like, we need a connection for the float to our front computer. So we need to have all the details before the construction began. Then we need to have an intercom. Then we need to have so many little details. Yes.
Right.
A lot of companies that have a cryo have a small portable tanks. So after a few cryos, they need to exchange the tanks. They need to roll it in, roll it out. This attach the new tank. So for me, it was very important not only for the staff not to have to deal with the tanks and move it, but also not to interrupt client session because we ran out of the nitrogen. Now you need to step up. We need to give a new tank, and all of these little details. So yes, it was a lot of challenges.
So here we are. Not only you had to build it from scratch. Not only you had to figure out all the little details, the liabilities, the permits, the legal issues, the reactions that people can have, and how to handle that. But why? There's a why you did this. There's something that drove you to go through all that to build this. And every business owner, we have a why we did it. There's a reason inside of you. Can you share that with us?
I haven't found that yet.
Such a great story with Silvia. Make sure you follow us to hear the ending of her story next week.